Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm reviewing Firewatch. Make sure you have your radio charged, make sure you check those caches and have everything else you may need, and let's get started. That's right folks, the game about stopping forest fires, opening caches, and checking suspicious activity has arrived in the first-person adventure Firewatch. Released for PS4 and PC, you star as Henry, a man who has a simple life turns to hard times, begins to go through turmoil with his wife Julia in more ways than one. Escaping to a lookout job is shown to be a part of the Firewatch and clear his mind. His sudden job and vacation away turns into a mysterious adventure as sudden clues and weird activities begin to turn up. It's up to you to solve them and find out what's going on within Firewatch. My first pro for Firewatch is that the art style for this game is gorgeous and beautiful, downright amazing at times. It's very colorful, very vibrant. It gives you that campy feeling when you're playing and just going around to showing and appreciating the art style and taking everything in. There's certain moments within Firewatch, given a cutscene or simply having to hike through certain areas that they present this completely beautiful landscape, ridge, canyon, field, lake, or whatever the case may be. The art style in Firewatch is truly unique and definitely one to take in and appreciate. It's a pro for me. My next pro for Firewatch is that the dialogue between Henry and Delilah is what definitely makes the game of Firewatch completely what it is sometimes. The way these two bounce off each other with the dialogue and lines that you get to choose from is wonderful. Sometimes these chats can be funny, serious, goofy, loving, all of the above. There's times where you catch yourself smiling at the dialogue choices of Henry and Delilah just because of how well done and natural it tends to feel at times. They've done a great job line-wise and it shows. It is a definite pro for me. My last and final pro for Firewatch is that this game's story is done so well. The pacing, the feelings you get in certain moments for Henry and Delilah, the suspense it gives you, the tension that gets put in the air at later days and seeing fires that happen, and finding out about the mysterious clues and events that's happening in this forest keeps you truly on the edge of your seat at times. The story has some well shocking moments that complete reveals that tend to push you out of your element. It's done extremely well and just keeps that train rolling until the very end. It's a definite pro for me. My first con for Firewatch is that this game does have a lot of frame rate drops and dips in areas. Sometimes when you're hiking, the game just completely drops out of nowhere, sometimes even loading into new areas. It'll be completely smooth and really transitions into frame rate dips and frame rate drop. And this doesn't happen just a few times or a couple of times. This happens a lot more than expected in Firewatch and is definitely noticeable when playing. Going into newer areas, simply hiking or just traveling around sometimes is more than expected for frame rate drops. It's a con for me. My next con is that Firewatch is pretty short. You can beat the game in about 3 to 5 hours tops. Even with the hiking and backtracking and the map checking that you have to do, Firewatch skips a lot of days in between time and keeps it really shorter than expected to be. It really can take away from the experience because everything seems to fall short in this short time of gameplay. 3 to 5 hours was enough for what Firewatch is trying to push story related, and if it had more time to at least explain like an extra 3 hours, then that would have been fine. But you get what you get with Firewatch and that takes away as well. It's a con for me. My last and final con with Firewatch is that as great as the story is pushing to be, the ending itself was a major disappointment and letdown. From the build up who was going around the lookout posts and messing with them, to finding the clues in the forest, to having an early explanation that the girls who disappeared earlier were found extremely early, to even having to consider a main antagonist not be antagonistic anymore in the end and go back into hiding. What could have been from Firewatch fell extremely short within its ending in the story, and was completely a major letdown from how much great build up it had. It's a con for me. But all in all, Firewatch has some great things to speak on, from its beautiful art style, the very great dialogue between Henry and Delilah, and its awesome story and build-up. But with its troubling frame rate issues, short campaign, and really disappointing ending, it has its problems as well. But I'll be giving Firewatch a 3 out of 5. Thank you for watching the review. Check out my previous reviews on Batman, the Telltale series, and The Park. Follow me on my Twitch and Twitter. Hit that like and sub button, and thank you for watching. Until next time, and I'm out.